Hey, welcome back to Livin MN Outdoors. I'm Daniel, this is Russell, and thanks for tuning in to another fishing report. Before we dive into the report, as usual guys, if you use any of the resorts or guides mentioned in this week's fishing report, please let them know you saw them on Livin MN Outdoors. And with that being said, let's dive into this week's fishing report. Alright, this week we're going to start up at Horseshoe Bay Lodge on Leech Lake. I talked to Cam and Austin up there earlier today. They have 8 to 10 inches of ice currently. They're going to be allowing out ATVs and UTVs starting Thursday at noon. And they have roads staked out to some of the closer in reefs and the basins to chase tulibies. Now, as far as the walleye bite goes out there, 15 to 19 feet of water. During the daytime, slide off into that little bit deeper water. Come evening, slide up on those reefs a little bit. Get up into that 15, 16 feet of water. Now, during the day, use something bright, gold, chartreuse. Tip that with a minnow head. As always, make sure you're utilizing your second line. Put down a fathead, rainbow, or a small sucker, and that will better your odds on catching one of those beautiful Leech Lake walleyes. Now, come nighttime for those walleyes, you want to switch over. You want to be using glow pink, orange, glow red. Tip that with a rainbow or a fathead, and you're more than likely going to catch some really nice walleyes. Now, the eel pout out on Leech Lake, those can be found in that same 15 to 19 feet of water. Find a break line off of one of those reefs and you're going to catch them along with the walleyes out there. Now, as far as the perch go, there's 2 distinct areas that you're going to find perch right now. 5 to 10 feet of water on weeds or 26 to 32 feet of water out on the mud basins. Now, the best way to catch those perch, a little tungsten jig with some larva or a waxworm, or a small jigging spoon with a minnow head. Now, along with those perch out on those mud basins, there is plenty of tulibi and whitefish to be caught. To catch those, highly recommend a tiny little tungsten jig. Tip that with some larva or a small plastic, and you're more than likely going to catch a ton of those nice tulibis and whitefish out on Leech Lake. Now, if you're looking for a place to stay up on Leech Lake, Horseshoe Bay Lodge, they do have hotel rooms available right now. If you guys mention Livin MN Outdoors, anytime you book a room with Horseshoe Bay Lodge, you will receive a discount, so don't forget to mention that. Now, along with hotel rooms, they do have spots to park your ice castles to camp on shore. There is wheelhouse rentals through Only Outdoors. Give Tanner a call if you would like to book an ice castle. They do have them out on the lake now and they are available. Now, Horseshoe Bay Lodge, this year they are partnering to rent out some day houses. They have some out from their resort and they do have some over in Agency Bay as well. Now, the bar has tons of events going on. Make sure you stop in there, get some food and drinks. They have meat raffles on Thursday. They have horse races, prime rib Friday, breakfast buffets Saturday and Sunday. Tons of stuff going on at Horseshoe Bay Lodge. So whether you're there to fish or not, you're going to have a blast. So if you're looking to get up to the Leech Lake area this coming weekend or in the future, go ahead and call Cam or Courtney from Horseshoe Bay Lodge. Alright, now moving over to Lake Winnie, I talked to Chad from the Pines Resort. They are currently sitting at 8 to 10 inches of ice right now. They are allowing out ATVs and UTVs. If you don't have one of those, they are offering a shuttle service. If you do take advantage of that shuttle service, make sure you are tipping the guys who are taking you in and out. Now, as far as the walleye bite goes out on Lake Winnie right now, 14 to 16 feet of water off the edges of the humps, fatheads and rainbows on small plain red hooks or on jigging spoons in white and pink, gold or green. Now, as far as the perch bite goes, 5 to 12 feet of water. They're catching a ton of really nice perch. If you get any deeper than 12 feet, the size of the perch really seems to go down from there. So if you're looking for those bigger perch, definitely stay in that 5 to 12 feet of water. Now, the best areas to find those perch are on weed lines or sand and weed mix. Drop down a small spoon with a minnow head or a tungsten jig with waxworms or larvae, and you're gonna put some perch topside. Now, the panfish bite out on Lake Winnie has really started to pick up. They're catching some big bluegills and crappies. To locate those, you're gonna need to search in those shallow weeds and weed lines, 5 to 10 feet of water, and you might come up with a giant trophy panfish. Now, if you're looking to rent a day house or a spear house, the Pines Resort, they do offer both of those. They have a heated fish cleaning shack, live bait, full bar and restaurant. Whatever you could ask for, they can provide it. So if you're looking to get up to the Lake Winnie area this coming weekend or in the future, go ahead and give Chad a call from the Pines Resort. All right, now if you're looking to book a sleeper house out on Lake Winnie, Zups Guide Service, they have some beautiful ice castles that they will be bringing out on the lake very soon. There's not a ton of availability left, but if you want to try and get in with Scott, definitely go ahead and give Scott a call at Zups Guide Service. All right, now moving over to Mille Lacs Lake, Castles Resort in Isle Bay. I talked to Jeff today, and the walleye fishing has been on fire the past few weeks. Now, as far as the ice conditions out of Castles, they do have 10 plus inches of ice out there. As far as where you can find the walleyes out there, 18 to 22 feet of water on break lines. Right now, the best bait is small sucker minnows on a plain red hook. And a lot of guys aren't even jigging, they're just putting down 2 set lines because that is the best way to catch those walleyes right now. Now, as far as the perch out there, there is perch absolutely everywhere, anywhere from 6 feet to 30 feet. Doesn't seem to matter where you set up, you're gonna catch some perch out there. Now, Jeff also told me that they're starting to see a lot of eel pout or burbot being caught out there. Remember, if you do catch one of those, they are catch and release on Mille Lacs Lake, so get those back in the water as soon as possible. Now, as far as the pike bite goes out on Isle Bay, they have been catching some absolute hogs out there. 8 to 12 feet of water, weed lines, big sucker minnows, your typical setup for northern pike. If you get out there, put up some tip-ups, more than likely you are going to tie in to a giant pike. Now, if you're looking for a place to stay up on Mille Lacs Lake, Castles Resort, they do have 4 cabins available for this coming weekend. They have 4 sleeper houses, and I believe they have some day houses also. He told me they do have 1 spot left if somebody wants to camp in their ice castle up on shore. But go ahead, give Jeff a call at Castles Resort, get yourself a trip booked, and have a blast up on Mille Lacs Lake. All right, well, that's going to do it for this week's fishing report. We do have some very favorable weather coming up in the near future. I suspect that next weekend I'm going to be announcing that there's going to be some half tons and single axle wheelhouses starting to go out. So stay tuned to the fishing reports. They post every Thursday morning. You can follow us on Facebook or on YouTube, and we will update you as soon as things change. If you guys could, like this video, subscribe or follow. Go ahead, share it out. Remember, if you make it out fishing, guys, don't leave any trash out on the lake. If you see somebody else's trash, pick it up. Be respectful of other fishermen. Don't crowd your neighbor. And most importantly, don't forget to get on out there and get living.